Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. For today's video, I wanted to talk about how I, the Nomad clan, would envision the perfect Yautja Predator game. Ever since the steady increase of Yautja and Predator fans upon the release of Prey came out on Hulu a year ago, to which the movie was given absolute praise compared to the 2018 film, the fandom has never been more alive. To which, in my opinion, we should keep the ball rolling, continue to push the greatness of this fandom can create. However, I will say, as a Yautja Predator fan, I'm kind of jealous of how much more attention our competition is getting, being the Alien franchise. They have a game coming out being called Alien Dark Descent, the talks of another Alien Isolation, and rumors of a third game in production, as well as a TV series that will be announced soon. Hey, this is Future Sick Nomad at the moment. I just wanted to say this video was meant to be released around Aliens Day, but due to some other things going on, I could not have done it, so yeah. Now, when's the next update, Ilfon? Now that I got that all out of my system, let's begin. This presentation will be split into 3 parts: the remakes and remasters, the story-driven game, and the RPG. With games like Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space, it's amazing to think how game companies can respect and honor the franchise and the fan base it comes from, while also altering and changing it to their vision to better suit the story. With Predator games and involving story, it's few and far between, but for fun, I would love to see remakes or remasters of AVP Arcade from Capcom, or AVP Game Collection of the AVP series from the first AVP game to AVP 2 to AVP 2010. Those games deserve, in my opinion, remasters to today's graphics. However, there is one game that I truly believe deserves a remake remaster similar to Dead Space, that being Predator Concrete Jungle. This game is pretty much the hidden gem of any Predator fan who loves to play Predator games. But for me, I have a few changes in mind on how we can make the game better. Starting off with updated graphics, that must be a must, because sadly the graphics of then do not hold up now unless you have a PC. Another one that would be amazing to have would be possible story changes. And for anyone who's wondering what I mean by that, they'll know when I mean by certain maybe Baby Blue, or even maybe the Luchador game, or even, might I add, the Ronins, though we might have a better place to put them. But yeah, in my opinion, those certain areas need to go. Another one that I would love to have is an optional free roam. Now, Predator Concrete Jungle does not have that, but it would be amazing to have it something similar to, say, Spider-Man PS4 edition, because having the ability to run all over Neonopolis would be amazing. Just revisiting locations of your favorite sites of the game, and maybe using fast travel points with the Predator ship, or going through the sewers or subways. There's so many opportunities to go with this, and I would just love to see it. Speaking of the Predator ship, another one of my amazing ideas to have is a home base for Scarface to have. So we all know that he has his classic ship, his scout ship, and I believe that having that as your home base is key for this game. There you can have your trophies, your achievement wall, your upgrade table, and everything that you could use for a game. This would be your place to be. This would be your safe haven before you go out on a hunt and start wreaking havoc all over Neonopolis. Now here comes the cool idea I had, being the weapons and upgrades for the game. How I would implement this into the game is I would have, compared to the old games where you have to do secret missions to get upgrades and skins, what I would do is have Forja Industry outposts where you can get predator gear that has been stolen away by your clan members, and basically using the leftover pieces to upgrade your predators' health, upgrade their energy system, upgrade their weapons, and maybe even their armor as a choice. Next we have is bringing old and new skins to the game. What I mean by this is call back to the movies that made the franchise so great. And in Predator Concrete Jungle, they did just that by adding Jungle Hunter, City Hunter, Scar. What I would like for them to add to the game is the continuation of the movie Predators, such as Feral, Wolf, Fugitive, Mr. Black, Falconer, or even some of the comic books or NECA figures. I would love to see a Ahab skin in Predator Concrete Jungle if there was a remake. Another thing I would like to add is side quests. In Predator Concrete Jungle, side quests weren't really a thing. They were sort of optional. You didn't really have to do them. However, for me, I would like to have them more impactful. I would like for them to give you more XP, they give you items, as well as you getting to interact with other characters, such as maybe other clan members, or even the Elder himself of the Darkblade clan. Next, I would love to see this in a Predator Concrete Jungle remake game. However, when I talk to other people about it, they kind of get a little iffy about the subject. But my idea of a good, bad, and true ending for this game would be amazing, especially with the actions you carry out in the game affecting the outcome of the game, such as dishonorable kills or honorable kills, honorable actions, dishonorable actions. For the good ending, it would be the simple ending that we got at the game where you beat Hunter Borgia and then you are summoned back to the clan, where I would love to have an extended version of where Scarface is finally welcomed with open arms back to his clan and how he is no longer of exile. For a bad ending, I would love to have it where Scarface actually helps and maybe saves Hunter Borgia and makes an alliance. Maybe even viewing Hunter Borgia as his actual son, since Scarface's blood is what kept him alive. So he views him as somewhat of a son figure. And now that the two are together, they can rule Neonopolis together while also hunting down other Yautjas, making Scarface a full bad blood. These next few ideas I had I consider them less important than the ones I've mentioned, but I would love for them to have a hordes mode where you get to face enemies of the game that from weakest to strongest. Predator stealth challenges, which I would have it similar to Arkham games where you're able to do all of these cool things and objectives with the stealth mechanic of the game, which I think would be pretty cool to have. And then lastly, a new game plus mode where you're able to replay story mode with the weapons and equipment that you have unlocked. I hope you guys enjoyed my version of what would be a great remake of Predator Concrete Jungle. If you have any ideas, by all means leave them in the comments below, but let's move on to the next section. When I think of story-driven games that I think of that come to mind immediately are Batman, Detroit Become Human, Wolf Among Us, and a lesser-known one known as Planet of the Apes: Final Frontier. These games truly create a story and an atmosphere that you guys can easily get lost in, and I think that's the reason why I love them so much. Now, if we had a Predator game, I think something similar to this style of game, it would be crazy, it would be amazing, it would explore the lore, it would also give you control of the characters and their destiny and how the story ends. We all know how a game like this, there's only one thing that we have to have in it, and that being actions have consequences. What I mean by that, it's in the Predator universe where so much as the wrong move or a dishonorable action can lead to severe consequences. And I think that would be awesome as a Predator character, how you can choose to take the easy way or the hard way. And how the story ends depends on how well you played the game as a villain or somewhat of a good hero honorable character. How I would make this game to fit the story is have two separate storylines between a Yautja Predator warrior and a human warrior, possibly a colonial marine. As they grow, they train, they get ready to finally meet each other and fight each other, to finally destroy one another. So yeah, and basically at the end of the game, you have a choice between choosing the Yautja Predator or the human, and whichever one you choose, the other one has to die. So I think that would be a good story-driven game, in my opinion, but you guys might have something different. I would love to hear it. I would also like to add tons of dialogue options, lore codexes, and I gotta say, quick time events, because I think that's what's gonna make the game awesome. But tell me what you guys think. What would you want to have as a perfect story-driven game? Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the next and final section. Finally, we have reached the end, or the final idea that I have for a perfect Predator game being an RPG Predator game. And not to say that like we don't have a good RPG game, but I would like to see it further, and I would like to see how much farther we can push it. Such as like AVP Evolution and Predator Hunting Grounds. They did okay in my opinion with customization, and it was great. It was almost perfect in my opinion. However, I think we should go a little bit further. I think we should push the envelope a little bit further. I'm going to try to speed this up as much as possible because it's a long list, but what I would love to have for an RPG Predator game would be a full customization, such as skin colors, species selection, skin patterns, skin markings, male to female genders, body mass, physical body customization, sliders, limb prosthetics such as prosthetic arms, legs, eyes, and mandibles. Have all armor and weapons from all the AVP universe lore from the movies, games, and comics be available to us to use. Have a honor and dishonorable system similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, where actions have consequences. You guys have noticed this a lot with me saying this. And what I mean by that is, if you choose to walk an honorable path, follow the Yautja honor code, weapons and armor will become cheaper for you to buy, but they aren't as powerful due to you wanting to challenge yourself, and more of the galaxy will be open to travel and explore. However, if you choose to walk a dishonorable path and become a bad blood, weapons and armor will become expensive for you, but they are extremely good in stats due to them being illegal items in the Predator universe. Problems will become more frequent as you are now a bad blood, constantly being hunted by enforcers, which are basically the Yautja police, or bounty hunters, depending on how high your wanted level is. Next up, we have limited open world, similar to, say, Jedi Survivor or Fallen Order or Mass Effect. Basically, you can go to these planets to hunt and gather XP and grow your character in this small contained area of a planet-sized map. However, I don't think it should be hugely explorable. I think it should have like good certain areas that are going to be rememberable, and how you're going to have fun just being in that area, not having to run all the way to a certain area and then another one that's like going to take you a couple or minutes to get there. Next, we have companions. And I think the obvious ones should be ranging from a female to male fellow Yautja, hellhound predator dogs, or Xenos. And for those who don't know, in the comics, predators did have the ability to obtain and control Xenos. However, this is just me spitballing. A total of 2 companions to keep the rule of, and you can fully customize their equipment and gear. I think that would make the role-playing that much more cool. Now this could be a cool multiplayer feature to have with your friends, but the ability to form a clan or tribe. And what I mean by that is, when forming a clan or tribe, you will be able to purchase a mothership, which is basically the biggest ship Yautja Predator can have. The ship will have your own quarters and serve as your fast travel to planets, home base for your upgrades and training, your own quarters with where you'll be bringing in your skulls and your achievements that you've done on hunts in the game, collectibles, achievements in physical viewing form. And finally, with a forming of the clan or tribe, you are able to recruit more members to your ever-expanding clan, such as NPCs or even multiplayer friends to have. Now this is going to be the biggest chunk of the video right here, and basically for a good RPG game that's going to be revolving around the Predator, I think we should change up the leveling up system by still doing XP. However, instead of getting number level ups, basically you get an XP level up for ranks. And what I mean by that is that Predators have different ranks to define where they are in the society they're in. And so basically, I think it should be the same thing here. And I have all of the ranks listed here and what they would be doing and what's their function. So starting off, we have Unblooded. This is the beginning rank you're going to receive from the game, where the story will start as you are a part of a clan or tribe already being sent through a tutorial mission with 2 other hunters working to hunt down a prey to finally get you blooded or able to be officially a member of the clan. Next is Youngblood or Blooded, the rank you shall receive after obtaining your first kill in the tutorial mission. Next will be Hunters. After completing enough side quests, your elder of the clan or tribe will grant you the rank of Hunter. This will allow you to scour the vast universe either alone or have 2 members of your clan join you. This is where your story truly begins. Next we have Elite. With enough kills and honor points, you will eventually reach the rank of Elite. This allows you to have a large range of weapons and armor through Hunter rank. Enforcer. This is an optional rank you can receive. Basically, you've impressed the elders and ancients of your homeworld so much that they will like to offer you the Hunters of Bad Bloods and protectors of the people. Next, we will have Elder. You have survived this long and have made your clan and home world proud, becoming one of the most wanted by the human society. You are also able to form your own weapons, armor, clan symbol, mothership. You can also oversee hunts to level up your clan members or NPC companions for the future more difficult hunts. Next we have Ancients. You are currently 1,000 years old or older and survive everything life threw at you. However, don't let your age fool you. You are just as deadly, if not more deadlier than before. With all this time came wisdom. However, you are weaker and no longer able to go head first into hunts. Next, we have something for the female players. If you so choose as the female character, you will be granted the rank of Matriarch. For the female players, congratulations. You are one of the rare few to reach the rank of Matriarch. You are one of the most powerful members of a clan you joined or made. You will have all political power as well as any speech power when it comes to conversations. However, whatever you say goes. And for the male characters that are playing, you have finally reached the top rank, being the Predator King. You've done it. You have become the highest figure and rank of all Yautja Prime, the homeworld. You can now control all Yautja clans and declare war if you're war hungry. However, to gain this power, you will have to defeat the current king and take their place. This shall be the end of your story. So yeah, that's my idea of the perfect RPG Predator game that I can think of at the moment. I'm sure I can go into a lot more detail if given a lot more time, but I want to pump out this video and kind of just tease the idea. I would love to spark conversation in the comments section, or maybe back at my Discord, which can be found down below in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, And yeah, shout out to all my Yautja Predator fans. Let's see if we can get a really good game going. Also, P.S. me and a couple of other friends are trying to create a Predator fan-made game, so fingers crossed that we can actually make it, and hopefully you guys may enjoy it.